What it do, my people? So, late night review. It's Christmas Day. So, Wonder Woman 1984 has dropped. It has been a long time since we have had big cinematic movies. It's a shame that this wasn't able to really hit the theaters. Like it says on the TV screen, like on demand and on the app and HBO Max or on in the movies. Man, it's barely in the movies, man. It's not the movies. The movies aren't the movies yet. It's not back all the way. But it's good to have a big blockbuster. It would have been a big blockbuster movie. So, this is Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Pedro Pascal, and homegirl from she played on Saturday Night Live and stuff. That's basically the main people that are in the cast. And this movie is about like people's desires, their dreams, goals, people wanting to be more than what they are. They're playing into that. But this movie, it is very much a timepiece as far as like it's set in 1984. Like you see it, like you see a homeboy when he comes back, he has his fanny pack and stuff like that. Crazy thing is that's kind of coming back. But it reminds me. This is the elements of it to me. It's like Black Monday meets Avengers meets Black Panther meets Aladdin. I'll explain. Black Monday, it was a Showtime show. It's kind of like in the 80s, the stock market crash and stuff. It has like kind of those elements of like revising the 80s and stuff and going back in that time. So that reminded me of Black Monday. Avengers, as far as like the Infinity Stones and stuff, and how that had a big part in the Avengers. This right here, it has in the previews, they show it's like an artifact and stuff, and like why certain things are happening, why Homeboy has come back to life, why Homegirl got powers and turned into a cheetah and whatnot, why Pedro Pascal kind of is involved in the movie or whatever. So that is the Avengers aspect. Black Panther, to me, is like T'Challa in Killmonger. That's the Cheetah Wonder Woman element. It reminds me of Black Panther with homegirl, because she is like jealous of Wonder Woman. She wants to be powerful, or she wants what she has and whatnot. So it kind of reminds me of that Black Panther element. In Aladdin, it reminds me of that because of like homeboy wanted to be the genie and whatever. And the artifact is basically like something that grants wishes. And so homeboy wants that power. So it's kind of telling you everything that you need to know about the movie. It's a pretty good. Is it one of the best superhero movies of all time or anything like that? Nah, it isn't. In the middle part of it, like it's good because it's 2.5 hours, but I found that it kind of went by fast because I was actually engaged in the movie. It has a lot of storyline. The action and stuff is not like a over-the-top action movie. It's not like something that's happening all the time. So that's kind of a negative if you're looking for that in like a superhero movie. It's like in the middle of the movie is hours, something past, and there's not like big superhero elements going on, like big fights and stuff. And as far as like, whenever you do have superhero movies, I like to have like them going against big foes and stuff and fighting against them like a lot in the movies. It's rare that happens, but I like that to happen. But it doesn't necessarily happen on here too much. We see certain elements of the movie of Wonder Woman, like her life. And I'm watching the movies and stuff, and there are times I'm like, man, I could have swore Wonder Woman flew and stuff. And then her invisible jet. Like, we see how she got the invisible... Like, we think, like, invisible jet, that's, like, retarded. And then she can fly. I think she can fly. So I'm like, why she need an invisible jet? And so we kind of see how the invisible jet was brought into play. They brought that into play. It was very good on the writing standpoint. And it was nice of them not having Wonder Woman flying in all the movies and stuff. Now we see how she learned how to fly. Like that was a dope aspect that I liked of the movie, is them just showing like she is still evolving in the movie. But these wishes and these desires, like when you wish for something, like something happens, but it takes something away. So that is a back theme of the movie, and I don't want to give too much away. Chris Pine, he actually isn't Chris Pine in the movie. She kind of wishes for him to come back on accident, and he's actually in somebody else's body. So that is kind of messed up. But it explains like how he was able to come back, but he didn't really necessarily come back like all the way. They just used him in the acting just as far as like for you to know who he is. But it's a pretty good movie, man. I don't want to spoil too much. The end credit, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. It's not like a Marvel end credit where you have to wait till 10 minutes after the credits or anything. It's not that far behind, but it is very nostalgic. There is a part in the movie, it's a little tearjerker moment, so be prepared. Like you might not cry, but I had a little mist in my eyes or something. It was very dope. Like something she had to sacrifice in the movie and stuff. And so it was good, man. It had all the superhero elements. Like it was a love story. She had to overcome. It had a little cheesiness in the end, like with Pedro Pascal, her defeating him, kind like that was like super over the top cheesy. Pedro Pascal, I'm happy that he was in here. I became a fan of Narcos, but then Mandalorian and stuff. So anything he's in, I'm checking it out. But it was cool. It's not the best superhero movie, but it's something good for the times. He kind of reminded me of Trump. Like at the end, like he's like on the stage, like promising people a bunch of stuff, and people are eating it up. It's kind of had a Trump elements to it. But I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. Like it's not the greatest in the world. It's not trash. It's pretty good, but it's not like, oh my god. But it's good, man. I did enjoy it. If you have the time or whatever you want to watch something, man, I would definitely tell you to check this out, man. I suggest this. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Don't gonna be the greatest or the most hated, man. I don't want to spoil the movie too much, but I just want to give my little thoughts, and I would definitely suggest that you watch it. Like yeah. Peace out.